Hi, I'm Lee Pat, and this is 100 Ways to Start a Song with Music Theory. After the Songwriting Challenge I organized to celebrate the first 20 ideas in the series, I thought I'd share with you a few of my personal takeaways from the exercise. So, my first takeaway is the importance of just getting started. Theory prompts, just like any other prompts, for example, story cubes or randomly generated words or prompts in songwriting groups all around the internet, are the best excuse to start writing a song, as if you needed an excuse to do your favorite thing, right? They just eliminate this fear of the white page. They put you one step ahead of the competition, and you don't have to worry about finding an idea to start with or finding inspiration. You can just get going already. Now, once you start, keep going. I gave myself 30-minute deadlines during the challenge, but I found that an hour at least is best to in order to get to the really good ideas. It often feels like peeling the layers of the sediment of everyday life which has accumulated on top of the essentials. You have to become an archaeologist of sorts, the archaeologist of your own soul. And not surprisingly, that takes time. There's just no way to get around it. You need time to concentrate, settle into it, get into the groove, and get to the good stuff. Now, just because you start with an idea, a hook, a riff, a melody, a lyric, it doesn't mean you have to keep it in the end product. It doesn't even mean that it has to be in the beginning of the song. But starting with something takes you to the next thing, and that takes you to the next thing, and that's the way to move forward. Step by step, step by step, step by step. So it's okay to move things around later on. You can always come back and change things later. And some professionals even make a point of starting to write with a lyric for the chorus, for example, or a melody for the chorus, and then they write the song around it. There's no one single way to do it, and it's okay to do it in different ways, but first you have to start. And that leads me to my next 2 points, which are that everything permeates everything else, and that it's okay to be silly. All parts of the song are interrelated, and they permeate one another in mysterious ways. Apparently, Barry Harris, a famous educator, said that chords are melodies and melodies are chords. It's good to juggle with all the elements of a song at the same time during the writing process. A good friend of mine, Matt Blick from the Beatles Songwriting Academy, when I asked him, okay, do you start writing a song with a melody or with a harmony, with a few chords, with a lyric? He said, I start in different ways, but I've found that it's a good idea to not get too far before you start introducing the other elements into the writing process. So if you start with a lyric, it's good to quickly enough start thinking about a melody for it or a few chords it might go with. And vice versa, if you start with a few chords, it's good to come up with melodic ideas early on before you have all the chord progression figured out. I have to agree. I think it's good to consider things holistically as they influence one another.
And in terms of being silly, yeah, it's okay to not know the next words.
Or the next chord. It's okay to repeat yourself, to be unoriginal, to work with stock chord progression, to reuse melodies from your favorite songs, to steal stuff from your heroes. If you get stuck on a word or an chord, just move on. This is not studying time, this is writing time. And you can always come back and change things later. And of course, being silly or making mistakes is part of the game. And sometimes the best discoveries are in the mistakes or the silliness.
Sometimes it is the nonsense that makes the most sense.
So, in sum, trust the process. Don't worry about getting rich or getting a Grammy yet. Just get to work. Trust that when you start somewhere and you keep going for a while, you will get to a new place, and that new place would be a new undiscovered part of the country, which would give you new unexpected views back towards the way you've come and forward towards where you want to go. Maybe a last thought, my last takeaway from the songwriting challenge from last week, it would be to have an accountability mechanism. A deadline helps. Filming yourself helps. I had never before recorded my songwriting process on video for an audience, and it sure did make me keep going, even if I didn't know where I was going and what I was going to end up with. So yeah, if you need an accountability mechanism, if you need someone to be accountable to, I'm here to help. And there you are. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear what you think about these ideas below in the comments, if you agree or disagree. And I'll be back shortly with new ideas about how to start a song with music theory. Until then, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell. And feel free to share this with a friend if you think it might be helpful to them. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.